What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the Outpost, and earlier today, so many people, myself included, tuned in to watch the Xbox Games Showcase for basically one thing. There was one thing we were all there to watch, and that was the gameplay reveal for Halo Infinite. And tons of people are very hyped for this game, hesitantly, I would say, after what we've seen lately from the Halo franchise. But we got some pretty stunning news not too long after that about the potential of a sequel. Now, we're going to talk about the gameplay we saw, kind of what I think about it, and overall the presentation for the Xbox game series and what it means in the next-gen war. But first, let's see what Halo, or what 343 Studios just came out and said. Halo Infinite 2 won't be happening, says 343 Industries. Don't expect a Halo 7, at least not through the traditional means. Now, this is pretty shocking to go ahead and say that right now, but there's a reason that they're saying that, and that's because what they revealed with Halo Infinite is going to be a platform for them to connect more and more stories for the next 10 years. You can see this article kind of wraps it up in a better fashion, I think, than the IGN article does. Halo Infinite will represent the next 10 years of the series. Over the next 10 years, developer 343 Industries will focus on adding new content to Halo Infinite rather than creating new games in the series. In an interview with IGN, studio head Chris Lee said the team will continue expanding the game into the future through various updates as opposed to releasing sequels. Some of these will provide the game with new story content, while others will expand on the visuals, such as the upcoming ray tracing update. Now, as we're going through this, I'm just going to go ahead and overlay some of that gameplay footage that we saw. And as we start it out, I have to say that it looks pretty darn good. It looks stunning, and one of the awesome things is they told us it will be running at 60 FPS, locked at 60 FPS. And that is such a huge thing performance-wise for so many people. The idea that they're coming out right now and telling us it will be locked at 60 FPS is a big thing. It remains to be seen whether or not Halo Infinite will truly go that long before a new series entry is released, but it sounds like the title will represent a new beginning for the franchise. We want Infinite to grow over time versus going to those numbered titles and having all that segmentation that we had before. It's really about creating Halo Infinite as the start of the next 10 years for Halo, and then building that as we go with our fans and community. It sounds ambitious, but it doesn't seem all that far out from the overall direction the video game industry is starting to head in. As the cost of video game development continues to increase, it makes more sense for developers and publishers to focus on creating additional content for existing games as opposed to building new titles. And if it is done right, if these DLCs are valuable and not just a money grab, I think that that could be a really good way to go. And make sure you perfect this game. Perfect this game with all these building blocks. We've already been told that this game is going to be semi-open world. It's already a world that is bigger than Halo 4 and 5 combined. So there's a lot of pressure on 343 to really knock it out of the park with Halo Infinite. And to be honest, there's a lot of pressure for them to sell the Xbox Series X, because everything else that we saw in this gameplay feature didn't really matter to me, to be quite honest. We had a little teaser for Fable. Obsidian had some kind of Elder Scrolls looking game. I think it was called Avowed. That looked very interesting, but both those look a long way off and aren't necessarily going to be Play or Xbox exclusives. So there's a lot riding on Halo right now. Microsoft revealed several details about Halo Infinite during today's Xbox Game Showcase. During the presentation, viewers were shown the first gameplay footage from the title, as well as new information about the game's antagonist. And to kind of summarize what you're watching and kind of what we saw during this gameplay, is it started out with Master Chief crash landing, saying that they need to stop the Banished and heading out on a mission. He immediately comes out and there's immediately action, which was a nice thing in the gameplay reveal. You didn't have to wait too long. He uses some weapons that we're familiar with. Then he hops in a Warthog. People really excited to see the Warthog. And he opens up the map, showing you can go to multiple objectives and giving us that quasi-open world feel. No longer is it, hey, just go to whatever checkpoint. You have options now in Halo Infinite. And we also got to see the grappling hook, which is referred to as the grapple shot, that can be used to pull yourself to an enemy, pull yourself up to a location, or even to grab things like a crate. We also saw a couple new techniques in addition to that, like an energy shield that can be deployed in front of Master Chief. All those things were interesting. It'll be interesting to see if those will play out in multiplayer. One thing that was very disappointing was, you know, we got about 5 minutes of gameplay, and then we had a cinematic beginning, cinematic at the end. But we don't know anything about multiplayer. We don't know anything about that. And that's so huge when it comes to Halo. We want to know what this multiplayer is going to be like. And then the trailer did end with an apparent antagonist explaining that he's already taken over the Halo as he looks forward to clashing with Master Chief as a fellow battle-hardened warrior. It'll be interesting to see what comes from this. Again, for me, I've never been the biggest Halo guy, to be honest. I thought the trailer looked good. It didn't blow me away. There were some stills that came out afterwards. In all honesty, did not look very good. I might as well pull those up right here. Nibble says, I think Halo Infinite looks decent in motion, but man. And then you see this, just does not look great, bottom line. Now, it's not a finished product, to be sure, but it is the product that they showed us. And then you have this, right? This is going to be the source of many, many memes. I would have to. There's already one right here. Look at this. This is pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good, I have to admit. But as far as how it looked, I thought it looked good. It was exactly kind of what I was expecting to see from a Halo game, and I think that's positive. I know a lot of people are a little bit disappointed in it that we didn't get more, especially this close to the anticipated holiday release date, but it is what it is. They gave it to us. Maybe we might see more in the future. For now, I don't see Halo Infinite as being this game changer, this system seller. If you are a huge Halo fanboy, maybe you're really hyped for it. I just thought it's kind of what I expected, not anything that really got me excited. I have no idea what next-gen console I'm going to get as of yet, quite honestly. I would give the edge to PlayStation 5, a huge edge. However, with everything that's happened with my channel, with Sony lately, if that price point's so high, it'd be hard for me to imagine dropping that much money, but I don't know. We will have to see. Let me know what you guys think about Halo Infinite, about the reveal, and about the fact that there's not going to be a sequel. They are dedicated to building this game and expanding this game over time. I think that's very interesting. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.